morning. I am Ms Doby, and this is Tammy Henshaw, my instructional assistant. Today we are at Fair Oaks Elementary with my 3rd grade class, and we are learning about input and output tables. So everyone has a sticky note, okay? What we're going to do is talk about numbers and the way they go into a table and the output of a number and how it can change into something else. So this is using patterns still. So let's say in my input table, I put the number 4, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a little hint for rules in the input table, an input-output table, that the rule is always the same for each and every number. Who has a sticky note that says the number 8? May you come up and place it, please? Put an output for me. There we go. So if we put 4 into a table and the number 8 came out, what do you think we have to do to get to 8? Turn and talk with the partner. How do you think we're going to get to 8? So you two could talk. If I put 4 into the table, how am I going to get 8? Maybe I can add 4. What do you think, Adrian? If I got 4, you think I can add 4? What's 4 plus 4? What's that? 8. All right, let's see. All right, my hand is up. You can turn and face me. What do you think? Who would like to share? Anaya, what do you think? Okay, maybe I could count by 2s. That's a good idea. How else? What may I add to 4 to get 8? Khalid? Okay, Khalid says add 4. Who has a sticky note that says add 4? Demi has one. All right, so
I got one.
You have one too? Oh, well, where are you going to place it? Is that an input rule or output? Good. Anyone else? You have add 4? Anyone else has add 4? No one else? Okay, so we're going to see. Now, we know our rule is going to be add 4 for each and every one. So what can I write right here?
Add 4.
I can add 4. All right, so who has a pink sticky note? Let's see who has a pink sticky note. Kalik, what number do you have? 10. May you come place 10 on our input side? All right, so Khalid put 10 into our table. Our rule is what?
8.
What's our rule?
4.
Add 4. What's going to be on our output? If we do 10 and add 4, what's going to be on our output side? Malia, what do you think? Huh? She says 14. Anyone agree with her? Yes. Does anyone have 14? Great. All right. So we have 4 plus 4 is 8. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. We have 10 plus 4 is 14. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. What about 23? Anyone have 23? Elijah, you have 23? Can you come place 23 up here? All right, so 23 goes into our table. Our rule is to add 4. What is our output? Raise your hand when you have an answer. What's going to be our output? Ariane?
27.
All right, she says 27. Does anyone have 27? Very good. All right, what about 31? All right, so Anaya put 31 into the table. 31 plus 4 is what? What is 31 plus 4? Maria?
35.
35. Does anyone have 35? All right, very good. So now, who can tell me one thing that's true about an input-output table? What's true? What's one thing that's always the same about an input-output table? Mario, what do you have?
The rule.
The rule. The rule is always what?
4.
Well, this rule is always 4, but the rule always has to be what?
The
same. The rule always has to be the same. So if I decided to make another input-output table, who can give me a rule? Shemaya, what's a rule?
6.
What about 6? Plus 6. Okay? Shemaya says our rule is plus 6. What will be my output? Turn and talk to a partner. What will be my output? If I input 3, what will I get out? I'm hearing some of the same answers. All right, my hand is up so you can turn and turn. Treon, what do you think?
9.
Treon says 9. Is 3 plus 6 9?
Yes.
Yes. All right. What if I put 10 over here? What's my rule, Anaya? Plus 6. What's going to be on my output side? 10 plus 6. Elijah, give it a try. 10 plus 6. What do you think? Use your fingers. Fingers are for counting. 10. And add 6. What's after 10? 11.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So 10 plus 6 is
16.
16. What if I put 23? What if I put 23? Anaya? Okay, so 23 plus 6. Demi, what's 23 plus 6? 29. Ooh, I have a tricky one. What if I put 100? What do you think? 106. Very good. Now, also, do you think they always have to be addition? No, they can also do what? I can do subtraction as well, okay? So some input-output tables, I can do subtraction as well. So if I had 15 and I told you that the rule was minus 5, what would be my output? Majesty? $15 minus 5. What's 5 minus 5? 5. Take away 5. Is 0. And 1 minus 0 is 1. So 15 minus 5 is 10. What about 20 minus 5? Class, was 20 minus 5? 15. What about 95 minus 5? Shemaya? 90. So sometimes you will see input-output tables that are addition, and sometimes you will see some that are subtraction, okay? Sometimes you'll see things that look like this. Let's see. Sometimes you'll have an input and you'll have an output, but what's missing? The rule. Can we figure out the rule? Yes. Well, if my input is larger than my output, do you think you're adding or subtracting? You're subtracting because you're going from a bigger number to a smaller number, okay? So if you're doing 20 minus something to get 14, what do you think this will be? We'll have a couple of people that know. Ariane? She says -6. Now, does my rule have to work for all of these?
Yes.
Yes, it has to work for every single one. 20 minus 6 is 14. 26 minus 6 is 20. 30 minus 6 is 24. Very good. All right, so what you are going to do now, there is going to be a input-output table on every desk, okay? We're going to do a scoot. So everyone is going to see a table, and on the table it has a number. So on your paper, you know what number to write it in. So this is card number 13. So what box are you writing in?
13.
Box 13. So on this, it has it has the numbers, and then it has output, and it has some numbers. It tells you the rule, but there's a question mark because we don't know the number that goes there just yet. So when you get your paper, you're going to write in box 13, find box 13, and you have to figure out what goes right there. So if we look really closely, in the input is 50. It tells you your rule is subtract 5, you get 45. In the input, you get 30, subtract 5, you get 25. Now you have 10, subtract 5, but it's a question mark right there because we don't know what goes right there. So what's 10, subtract 5? 5. So what you're going to write in box 13 is the answer. What's the answer? 5. So a card will be on each desk. You will, not until I tell you to go is when you will start. You are allowed to move around the classroom. Are you running?
No.
No, okay? You're not running. There are enough cards for one person to be at each desk. So should 2 people be at a desk?
No.
No, okay? 2 people should not be on the desk. When you get your paper, you may start. So we're going to be moving when I say rotate, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to go ahead and answer number 1 or whatever number is on the card. So Jada, what number are you at? 10. So make sure you're writing in box 10. Elijah, what number are you at? What number's on your card? 11. So make sure you write in box 11. You ready? Go ahead and solve your first problem. So this is box what? 9. So find 9 up here. So it needs to find the rule. We don't know the rule for this. In the input table, 20 goes in, 0 came out. How do you get from 20 to 0? What are you going to take away? You're going to take away 0? 20 minus 0 is 20. So if I take away 20, you got to take everything away. So how much do you have? You have 20. So how many are you going to take away? You're going to take it all away. Well, 10, taking away 10 is going to get you 10. So what if I had 20? So for example, if I had 5 monkeys and I took away 5 monkeys, I would have 0. If I had 6 monkeys and I took away 6 monkeys, I have 0. So how many are you going to take away? 20. So it's 40 minus 20, 20? Yes. It's 60 minus 20, 20? Yes. So what's your rule? Minus what? What have we been taking away? 20. So in the box, minus 20. All right, ready to rotate?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, a couple people still working? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Couple people ready? All right, so it says add 4. 4 plus 4 is what? 8. Add 9. So 13 plus 9 is what you're doing. Use your chart. What's 13? Add 9. 1. Yes. What box is that? Put the answer in box. Good. All right. We are going to go ahead and move. Go. Just move to the seat next to you. So you move to Jada's seat. Huh? What's this? What are you doing? All right, so you do the opposite. This says subtract 6. Don't take the card with you. Okay, so just skip it right now. So this says subtract 6, but you're doing the opposite, just like this morning. So what's the opposite of subtracting 6? Adding. So you add 6. Yes. About 17. Good. Rotate. All right, where you at, Jada? It's 21 minus 11, 10. Good. All right, where you at? All right, are you ready to move on your own?
Yes.
Yes. Are you running?
No.
No, you may go ahead, go to whatever car you would like. Only one person at a desk. All right, which one are you on? What card is this? 13. All right, so it tells you the rule is subtract 5. So 50 minus 5 is 45. 30 minus 5 is... Now, what's 10 minus 5? 5. So your answer is 5. So 13. What's 13? Right here. No. What did you just say the answer was? You said 10 minus 5 was what?
So we need to figure out what we're adding to get to 15.
10. Take away 5.
To get to 15.
Okay, so that's what you write. Thank you for visiting Fair Oaks Elementary.
Go Cardinals!